So the Israelites in the Bible, they were a hot mess. They were a hot, like me and you, okay? They weren't like a hot mess, like something we ain't never seen before. They were a hot mess, like me and you. Believe in God for something, and when God gives it to them, complain about it. You believe God for the job, He give it to you, you act like you hate it. They were like me and you. So the Israelites had been slaves. They had went through the wilderness, and now it was time for them to finally get what God had been talking about for many years, which is the promised land. Moses had got them far, but he didn't quite get them across the finish line. And so now Joshua had the charge to get them across the finish line, to take them into the promised land. And so he was assigned by God. He was God's pick to get it done. God gave him some advice right at the beginning of his assignment. He told him to be strong and be courageous. He didn't just tell him to be strong and be courageous. He told him it 3 times. Be strong and be courageous. Be strong and be courageous. Be strong and be courageous. Don't be unwavering. If I tell you to do something, do it. I know it may not make sense, but be strong and be courageous. And so Joshua, taking on his new role, had big shoes to fill, taking on his new role as Moses had passed away. And I mean, they were just torn up about it. Okay, Israel, what is we gonna do? Okay, well, what are we gonna do? And God has his pick, which is Joshua, and Joshua meets with them, meets with the Israelites. He's looking at them. He knows, okay, this is my people. These are God's babies. But can we be honest? They're a hot mess. Guess what he told them? Joshua 3:5 says that Joshua told the Israelites, out of all, they're getting ready to embark on overtaking the lands that they need so that they can secure the promised land. He didn't say, hey, I want everybody to work out. I want them veggies up. Okay, we're gonna do some resistance training. We got militia training over here. We're gonna learn how we can take these people out. I need your stamina up. We're gonna be doing wind sprints and all this kind of stuff. He just really could have tried to get them physically together. Do you know what he told them? His one advice to them, he says, sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. Out of all the advice he could have given them, he says, sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. I looked up wonders. I was curious. What does that mean? Wonders in the Bible meant extraordinary, extraordinary. It meant marvelous. It meant wonderful. My personal favorite. It meant difficult to understand. Sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do things that are difficult to understand. Blow your mind. Extraordinary, marvelous, wonderful things. He's going to do those tomorrow. So sanctify yourself, for tomorrow he's going to be doing these things. What does sanctify mean? Because if that's what you're going to do, God, let me make sure I hold down my part. Okay. So what does sanctify mean? Watch this. Sanctify means hollowed out. Remove your will, remove your plan, remove your opinion. I need you hollowed out so I can put in my own plan, I can put in my own opinion, and I can put in my own will. Consecrated. Where's your secret place time? When do I have you all to myself? When does God have you all to himself? To be devoted, to be treated as sacred. Don't play with me when it comes to him. I might jokey joke about this and I might jokey joke about that. But when it comes to the kingdom and all his righteousness, don't play with me. Can he say that about you? Sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. What was Joshua saying? Prepare for what you're praying for. You have wandered through the wilderness. You have been a slave, and now you're ready for the promised land. But because I know you so well, Israelites, I know that you have a history of being disobedient. I know you have a history of complaining. I know you have a history of saying one thing and then doing another. I know you have a history of being in complete hypocrisy to what you say you want. So I need you to sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. I need you to prepare for what you're praying for. I need your life to look like where you're going. Joshua was summoned to do the job, but because of the disobedient, inconsistent, complaining, trifling nature of the Israelites, Joshua only had one piece of advice for them, and that was for them to sanctify themselves. That was for them to begin to model exactly where they were going so that God can transition them with more ease. They had attempted to get into the promised land. Many times it failed. This time Joshua wanted them to execute flawlessly, and he realized it wasn't about might. It wasn't about strategy. It wasn't about how fast they could run or how strong they were. It was about their holiness to fit into the place that they say they wanted to go. It was about their mindset growing first, so when they got put into a place that they say they wanted to go, they would not mess it up, they would not destroy it, they would not steward it poorly, and then it would all be taken away. He didn't want to waste his time or God's time. He says, sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. What I want you to ask yourself is, are you truly preparing for what you're praying for? Let's say we go back to our example. This is a potential day that would look like you're preparing for what you're praying for in your marriage or in your business. How much sacred time do you have with God daily? Does it resemble a person that's having $1,000 days? Does it resemble a person that's able to live in a blissful marriage and do it with ease? If not, let's implement that immediately. Let's implement the secret place time that will do enough work on you every single day where you can produce that type of fruit during the day after you're out of that secret place. Do you time block for personal development? This is where you're just increasing who you are and your knowledge. If you see my episode about knowledge and wisdom and understanding, are you cultivating that every single day? I'll put a link here to show you that all three things are important. Are you cultivating that every day? Because you're going to need all those things to go to the next level and what you say you want. Do you have the vision for what you say you want documented and detailed in a way that you know how to live it and you're inspired by it? You're like, I've never been the type of person. I've never been the type of people. I just hate when people do this. I've never been the type of person to write my goals down. Why not? What is the vision for where you want to go? Write it down. Imagine how powerful the victory is going to be. The hallelujah is going to be when you can go back on it and read it and say, this is the life that I've always dreamt of. Let's design your day as if you already have it and live as close to that day as possible every single day. The reason why I say that is when you do that, you will begin to attract who you are and who you're becoming. And the day that you so desire will smack to you like a magnet.